Hello, my name is James, and in this presentation I will be discussing Parker and Evans' framework of legal ethics. Parker and Evans identify four distinct models of lawyers' ethics. The first model, adversarial advocacy, represents the conventional understanding of the role lawyers ought to perform to advance their clients' interests as far as the law allows. This ethical model prioritizes the client's interests above all other ethical considerations, including the lawyer's personal morals. In contrast, their second model, the responsible lawyer, tempers the zeal of the adversarial advocacy approach by emphasizing the lawyer's duties to the court and to the legal system as a whole. Thus, responsible lawyers are less likely to exploit loopholes to advance their clients' interests. The third model, moral activism, emphasizes that a lawyer's role is to seek justice as each individual lawyer understands it. Here, lawyers assume much greater responsibility for the direction of a case rather than simply submitting themselves to their client's instructions. Examples of moral activist lawyering includes public interest lawyering and pro bono lawyering. The final model, ethics of care, is primarily concerned with maintaining a client's relationships and avoiding the infliction of harm. This holistic approach considers a client's broader interests beyond their immediate legal interests. As this approach is focused on avoiding harm, lawyers practicing this model of ethics typically prefer non-adversarial resolutions to disputes. The questionnaire revealed that I have an equal preference for responsible lawyering and adversarial advocacy, scoring 19 in both of these approaches. My next preference was the ethics of care approach, leaving the moral activism approach as my least favorite model by a significant margin. The fact that I scored equally on the adversarial advocacy and responsible lawyer approaches chiefly demonstrates that these ethical models are not mutually exclusive, nor must they be followed absolutely and rigidly. Before completing the exercise, I predicted I would score highest for the responsible lawyering approach, so was surprised when my score for adversarial advocacy equaled my score for responsible lawyering. Interestingly, I have a strong interest in public interest and legal aid lawyering, so was surprised that I scored so low in the moral activist category. I believe this shows that my interest in that legal work is founded upon the ethical principles corresponding to the adversarial advocacy and responsible lawyer approaches. I believe that the scoring and reflection exercise is a useful first step in encouraging lawyers to examine their system of ethics, although this is clearly not a comprehensive basis for ethical behavior. In practice, the best ethical approach may take components from each of the four models rather than clearly distinguishing between the four models.
Created using Powtoon.